Hi guys, and welcome back to part 2 of our Ultimate Burgers Practical. Obviously last week we concentrated on making the patty. At the end of the lesson we bagged it up into a food bag and so put them in the freezer for us. They've been sitting in there for the last 2 weeks frozen. Yesterday Sarah would have taken them out of the freezer, so we're now ready to use them. So when you get to your lesson, first thing you need to do is find your freezer bag. Get your freezer bag, make sure it's got your name on it, not someone else's. And the next thing is you need to get out some chopping boards. Okay, so obviously because we're dealing with raw meat and our salads and bread, some of it's going to get cooked, some of it's not going to get cooked. So it's a good idea to have separate chopping boards so that you don't get your cross-contamination going on and getting really ill. So I've got 2 chopping boards. I've got my big chopping board for my salads and my bread. I've got my small chopping board to create my patty before it goes to the frying pan to be fried. Now, if this was a perfect world and our school had loads of money, we would fry our burgers so that the fat would run away and we'd get a much healthier burger. But unfortunately, our school doesn't have the right setup to grill the burgers. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to shallow fry them for today. But if you're doing it at home, you may grill them instead to make it a healthier option. Okay, so once you've got your bag, take out your mincemeat mix with the onions and the garlic and the egg and the breadcrumbs you put together last week. If it's slightly wet, what you might want to do while it's still in the bag is try to squeeze it together a little bit to remove some of the water. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm just literally giving it a quick squeeze. If I remove the water, it means that when I shake the patty and put it into the frying pan, it's going to hold its shape a lot better and not try and fall apart. So, got my meat, I put it onto my chopping board, flatten it down. So I'm going to use my hands to try and make it into what you know as a burger shape. I don't want it too thick, because if it's too thick, when I fry it, it won't be cooked all the way through the middle. It'll be raw in the middle, and you're likely to get quite an upset stomach. So what the aim here is to try and make a shape of a sort of beef burger, if you like. So it's going to be quite thin, but not too thin so it falls apart in the frying pan. But if you look what I've just done there, kind of got together quite a nice burger shape. Now, depending on how much mincemeat you brought in, or onion, or breadcrumbs, you may get a bigger burger, you may have a smaller burger. So what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to transfer it into my frying pan. Okay, I've put a little bit of oil in there already, and I've put it on a low heat. Now the reason why I put it on a low heat is because if it was on a high heat, the burger would get cooked very quickly on the outside but remain raw in the middle, which again, thinking about how much bacteria there might be in that burger, if I'm eating it and it's raw on the inside, I'm likely to get very ill. So it's on a low heat. What I'm going to aim to do once it's in the frying pan is I'm going to leave it for about 4 minutes on one side, and then I'm going to use probably not a metal utensil to turn it, because it's a non-stick pan and I don't want to scratch the bottom of the pan. So I may use a spatula or some tongs to turn it over. Now, to save some time in this video, because it probably does take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook on a low heat, is I put one in the frying pan already. So if you want to come over and have a look in the frying pan, you're going to get the gist of what it looks like. But it can be a bit deceptive because it looks like it's nice and brown on the outside, but it may not be cooked on the inside. So just like with your chicken, you could cut into it a little bit and see if it's cooked all the way through. But I know that that's been there for 15 to 20 minutes, cooking on a low heat. I've turned it over a few times. I'm pretty sure that is well cooked. So now, because I've touched my meat and it's raw, first thing I need to do before I move on to my salads is wash my hands. So use some soap, because you have been using raw meat. If you use the rule of 25 seconds, you probably want to keep going for about 25 seconds with washing your hands, just to make sure all the bacteria and viruses, nasty things like that are removed. Get hot water is good as well. So I probably didn't do 25 seconds there, but I am literally trying to get the video to come together quite quickly. If I had more time, I would obviously wash my hands for longer. You've got an hour in your lesson, so you've got a longer amount of time. So, nice knife, very sharp, so you've got to obviously be careful, but you know about this already. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bread bun. You may have chosen all sorts of different kinds of bread for your buns. I've just got a normal sesame seed burger bun. I'm not going to hold it like this to cut it, because if I hold it like this to cut it and I slip, I can quite easily go through the palm of my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it flat on the chopping board, hold the top, get the knife into the bread like so, hold it from the top, and then I should be able to cut through quite easily like so. Now that burger bun is ready to accept the burger in a moment, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to work out what other things are going to go in there. So like I said to you, you can choose whatever you like to put in your burger. That's entirely up to you. Because I'm cost cutting today, I've only chosen some very simple ingredients. So I've got double Gloucester cheese, there's slices already, and this double Gloucester has got onion and chives in it, which is obviously going to give it a bit more flavour. So what I might do is take that cheese slice, put it at the bottom of my burger. Again, it's up to you where you put it in your burger. You're the food designer here, not me when it comes to your burger. Also, I've got a tomato. So again, remembering bridge hold, claw grip. I'm going to cut through my tomato. I've already washed this tomato. So again, I want quite sort of thin slices of the tomato. So I've got one slice. I may put one more slice in it, just quickly. Again, in your lesson, you'll have way more time than I have here. Another thing I might put in is I might get some salad. Again, your salad may be already prepared. You might have brought in a whole lettuce. Up to you how you want to go about cutting it, whatever. That's mine done. I want some onion because I really like onions. Got some red onion here. So again, I'm going to get a couple of quite thin slices of onion to go in there, like so. So now, sauces. I've got my famous Dutch sauce that I really like. Your sauces, it's entirely up to you what you do with your sauces. So I'm going to use just a little bit of my sauce. I also like ketchup, but I run out of ketchup in the house. Probably just as well because it's got a lot of sugar in it. So there's my sauce. Okay, and then lastly, it's going to be the burger. So bring the burger over. Remember, there are going to be lots of utensils like this one in your kitchen, in school. This is a really bad one to use because it's metal, and this is a non-stick pan, so I'm going to end up taking the surface off. So don't use a metal one. If you can, use a silicone spatula like this one, or the tongs, and what I'm going to literally do is pick up my burger from there, transfer it to, transfer it onto my salad, like so. Come a bit closer. So if I want to put some more sauces on there, I can. That goes on the top. I'm not quite sure how that's looking to you on your side, but it's looking pretty good on my side. Other things that you might want to think about, obviously if it becomes a stack, bring in a toothpick, put a toothpick through the top, it will hold it all together, especially for that moment where we want to photograph them at the end and try and work out who has made the ultimate burger in your class. Or if not the whole class, even the 180 students that are in your year, who has the champion winning burger. That was the aim of this lesson. Really looking forward to the lessons this week. It is going to be epic in terms of what you guys are going to do. So yeah, all done here. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.